Come in.
How you doing, Mr. Bells?
I'm doing good. How are you, Miss Bardina?
I'm doing well.
All right. So, would you like to be called Miss Banks or Miss Bardina?
Bardina's fine.
Okay,
Hey.
Miss Bardina. Well, as you know, I am Zan Quandre Savells. I go by Miss Zan or Miss Z, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
So what we do here at Agency Love is we help families get back on their feet.
Okay.
Any way they need, whether it's housing, education readiness, job readiness, trying to get your GED, just different things to help.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, so I do want to let you know that anything that we talk about here today will be strictly confidential between you and I. It will not leave this room. The only people who will know about is you and I.
Okay.
Unless you talk about like harming yourself or someone else, okay?
Okay. It's
All
like
right.
Vegas.
Yes. So, I just want to know, how have you been since I last saw you on Friday?
Well, Ms. Z, Friday was rough. We went back and forth, and standing in these lines, and I left just feeling like I didn't get accomplished. I didn't receive any type of information.
You know what? Well, Miss Verdina, I don't want you to ever feel like you have not gotten anything accomplished, because you're sitting here right now, and some people don't have the courage even to walk into the office to receive the help that they are supposed to.
Okay.
So I do want to commend you on not giving up and continue to truck on, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because how did you get here today?
My neighbor brought me. She dropped me off here today.
Okay, so does your neighbor give you rides often?
Every now and then, if we have to go somewhere a little far, we don't have a way.
Okay. And so how is your family doing?
You know what? Everybody is good. I say that we maintain it, but we going through a lot right now. My husband and I, we're not working, and my daughter, she's 18 now, and with her baby girl, my granddaughter, it's just really hard to provide for everybody. I haven't worked since the summertime because I was doing a bit of gardening, and my husband, he was working at the shipyard, and he's not there anymore, and we're facing eviction if we don't come up with this money for the rent, and I just don't think that it's fair because Buddy and I, we helped put this trailer together ourselves with our own hands, and to just be thrown out, because we on some tough times right now, it's stressful.
Okay. Well, I'm here to help you as much as possible. As long as you work with me in helping you do so, we'll get you what you need, okay? So, tell me a little about um like what type of work you like to do.
Oh, well, I prefer to cook myself. I really love to cook. My grandmama and my mama, they taught me how to cook, and it's something that I do well and I find quite easy to do, you know.
Okay, and if you just see me writing down things just so I can better assist you and put you in the right places, so things that you would like.
Okay.
So how'd you find out about the unemployed mothers program?
Well, I'm lucky that I found it actually because we don't have a TV right now and very little household things, furniture like that. So my girlfriend Tammy down the street, her husband heard about the men's program, and she told me to go down to social services and try to apply to get a job. So that's how we end up there Friday.
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, how long have you and Buddy been looking for work?
Um, I'll say about 4 months now because, it's November now. We stopped at the end of the summertime.
Okay, so when was the last time that you really had a stable job?
Hmm. Well, Well, gardening was a little, stable enough for me, but I'll say that it's been probably like a few years now, maybe 2 years. We've been picking up odd jobs here and there, and trying to sell the vegetables that we plant and whatnot. And but Buddy, he was on his job for quite a while, maybe about 5 years, and
Okay.
he just recently stopped working there last summer.
And now, what type of odd jobs do you do?
Well, Buddy, he's good with his hands, so he may fix a few appliances for people, and I may garden for a few people, or if it's cleaning up something, whatever comes the way, really.
Okay, so I heard you talk about your grandmother
Hmm.
being kind of the reason that you like to cook.
Hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit more about your family?
Yeah. So we're from Dinwiddie, and
Mm-hmm.
oh, we just a small little family. We lived out there in the trailer park, whatnot. My grandmother, she was one in about 10 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and my mama, she was the fifth child, and I didn't get to meet my granddad, and I didn't meet my dad. Um, So, I had a lot of cousins and everything down there, and it's kind of pretty much been a strong family because we had to survive the best way that we could. So, that's why my family, we holding on, my 6 kids and I and my grandbaby. We try to make ends meet as best we can.
Okay, so what school did you go to?
Well, I didn't get much education, once I had my first baby, my daughter, I really had to stop school, and that was about the 6th grade.
Okay, so sixth grade. So you've known Buddy for a long time. How
Hmm.
did you guys meet?
We grew up in the same neighborhood, and we used to go to Sunday school together. And I didn't like his little bow-legged self at first, So time went by, and we met again. So we met again in about maybe met the first grade and all the way to middle school. That's when we had our first kids. We were young back then, 12 and 13. So I started real young.
Yes, ma'am. Well, that's okay. So you said that you had little education, so only up to the sixth grade.
Mhm.
So would you be interested in finishing your education?
Yeah, that sounds like something I could do, but that may be maybe a little hard.
It won't be. Listen, the fact that you are here and you actually want to get an education and you're willing to do what it takes to work shows a lot of resilience and it's such great. You came in here with a positive attitude and willing to do everything possible to get what you need to get done to help your family be more successful, and that's great. So I don't want you to ever think just because it sounds like it's hard that it is going to be hard.
Well, Missy, I have to tell you now, like I'm all for trying to get back in the books because I have to tell my babies, you stay in the books, but I need a job first. That's my main focus, and I don't want to just be on the streets, with these books.
Yes, ma'am. I completely understand, and we'll get you your job readiness first. Of course, we'll help you find a job, and then
Hmm.
with that, you can uh, get your education at the same time.
Okay.
So there are a couple different things that we can do, but first, I want to know what are your goals? What do you want to receive out of getting help from Agency Love?
Well, right now I want to make sure that me and my husband that we can find some jobs. Um, Although I love to cook and he's really good with his hands, anything would be good right now to kind of get the income coming in so that we can keep our home or find a better home for the kids and us. Um, my daughter, I know that she 18 now, and she needs to get her own benefits and take care of her baby. Right now, just my goal is trying to find some employment.
Okay, so does your daughter have a job?
She did. She was working down at the Piggly Wiggly, but she doesn't work there anymore.
Okay, so your main goal right now is to find work.
Right.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and draw out a plan here. So, what I see for you is putting you with someone in the TANF department.
Okay. And what's TANF?
So TANF is a program that can go up to about 5 years, and they give you cash values to pay like your light bills
Hmm.
and things and like food necessities. And I know you have food stamps
Hmm.
already, but that could help as well as like getting your children some clothes if they
Hmm.
need them and things of that nature. So along with having TANF, you have to go through like job readiness courses. So within
Okay.
the job readiness courses, they will give you an assessment, and from that assessment, they will know where to place you.
Okay.
And I kind of like already have like an idea where we should place you, something like with hands on.
Okay.
Um, so we'll do that as well. Um, so, along with the TANF program too, we have the education part of the TANF program. And
Okay.
so, within that, you'll learn your basic math, reading, writing, counting money, things of that nature
Okay.
that will help you excel in your job readiness. So, it's kind of like everything is like in a 360. So, one complements the other.
Okay.
Okay. So, we'll do that. And then, so I know you said you don't want to lose your housing. I know you live on your mother's-in-law's, well, buddy's mom's property.
Well, it's not her property. We all live in a little trailer park community,
Mhm.
and she lives in that community as well.
Mhm.
Not too far around, about probably two, three trailers down.
Mhm. Okay. So, in order to make sure that you're able to keep your housing, we should think about having you apply for Section 8. So, with Section 8, you will be basically given a voucher to receive cheaper housing.
Okay.
So, you could live in an apartment or you could live in a house.
Now, how long does this take?
It can take a while. There is a waiting list. It can be up to a couple of years, but you
Oh.
can think about moving around within the Petersburg area. So, there's like different places. Like you said, you're from Dinwiddie. Then you have Colonial Heights,
Okay.
as well as you can go up to the Richmond part
Okay.
of the area, Hopewell, Prince George, don't limit yourself to just right here now.
Okay.
I know it can be very overwhelming. I'm saying a lot, so I just want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying to you.
Well, I do and I don't. And I know Friday I was a little embarrassed, to say that I really didn't understand because it really didn't seem like that young man wanted to help me out anyway. And I don't know if it was because he just saw me as white trash or something like that, that he just didn't want to help me and my family. But all of this paperwork and signing here and signing there, no, I don't understand all that.
Okay, and Miss Berdina, my job is to help you. So if you don't understand something, you tell me so I can go back over it and try to simplify it as much as possible so that I'm on. I can help you.
Okay.
Okay. So what is there anything that I've said so far that you need me to go back on?
Um, well, no, I definitely would like to know more about that housing because, although we love our neighbors and, but I think a good change would be okay to move.
Okay, so like I said, you know you can pick. the many different places. And once you have that Section 8, if you wanted to like move out of the state somewhere else,
Hmm.
you can take it with you because you already have it.
Okay.
So if you want to move to Washington D.C., you go to Washington D.C. and you look at some of the places
I ain't
there.
ready to go that far yet.
Hey, just explore your horizons. You never
Okay.
know. Okay. So with the job readiness, we need to work on a plan on like contacting different places
Hmm.
so that you can, apply for the jobs and things
Hmm.
of that nature. Now, would you have access to like internet? I know you said you didn't have access to internet. So is there anywhere in your community, like do you have a local library or does one of your neighbors have internet that you could go over there and do certain like job applications?
Well, the times have changed so much. I don't know what happened to the, good old paper applications. And, we do have a library right up the block. And I guess I can have my daughter help me with that because I don't know how to, put in all of these applications. Then it takes about 5 hours to do one. And I don't want to apply for nothing else after I do that
Mhm.
one. You got to do these job assessments and stuff. So, I can check out my the library.
Okay, and we can also provide you with bus fare so that you can come here, and we'll be more than happy to help you fill out those applications as well.
Okay.
We have some staff here that is very, patient and understanding, and any questions that you have about the application, they'll be more than willing to help you with that.
Okay.
Okay, so with talking about that, would you able to receive phone calls for when they called you in for interviews, or
No, we don't have a phone. Usually the news get around through word of mouth.
okay, so we can work on applying to get a government phone, and they'll give you about 350 minutes each month.
Do I have to pay for this phone?
No, ma'am, you do not. It's
Okay.
free. So with that, you will be able to receive the phone calls that you need. You'll be able to make phone calls out to like if you need to talk to somebody about paying your light bill or
Okay.
things of that nature. If you needed to call me and get in contact with me, you can do
Okay.
that as well. So I know you said that you don't have a TV and furniture and things of that nature. So
Hmm.
here at Agency Love, we have a contract with Goodwill
Okay.
and they will give you furniture that you can rent for free. So it's rent free furniture. You just have to sign a contract stating that you understand that any damages you would be reliable for and that you would have to pay them back for it. But when you're finished with the furniture or until you can get your own, they'll let you keep it. Would you be interested in that?
Well, I don't think that would be good for me because I don't have any money to pay anybody back, and we got that grandbaby and our own you know, well, five of, because I hope my 18-year-old daughter won't be messing up the furniture, but her baby and the other kids, they just probably will tear it up, and I don't think I feel too comfortable with doing that.
Okay, well, we also have the Salvation Army who actually gives the furniture for free for you to keep if you would be interested in that.
Okay, now that sounds a little better.
Okay, so we'll get you in contact with them as well. Um, and I know you said that your family is maintaining. So would you guys be interested into doing some like group counseling? Within the group counseling, they'll just uh, all of you guys will, express your feelings to one another, and then you'll go break off individually with the therapist and be able to express your feelings. Because I know that sometimes when you're just expressing your feelings to your family members, it gets old and you feel like they're not listening, and sometimes it can start, arguments and things of that nature. So if that's something that you're interested in, we could do that as well.
Now, I am, but I don't know how Buddy may feel about that. And I know most of our stress comes through, not having work. But I know we need to get my grandbaby some type of, some type of formula and to the doctors and stuff like that. You have any way to help her?
Okay, so what I would need is when we set up the appointment for the next time that you come to see if your daughter would be willing to come as well.
Okay.
Because she would have to have her own separate case seeing that she is 18 years old.
Okay.
Okay, so we can help her. We do have programs such as the WIC program,
Okay.
which she could have been on when she was pregnant. So while she was
Okay.
pregnant, they would have provided her with a certain amount of money and vouchers, and she could have got fruits that she needed and
Okay.
stocked up on some milk. And within the WIC program, they also have like different stages as a child grows up. And they'll put them on first to have them on the formula, and then
Okay.
they'll start weaning them to be on the not solid food, but the baby food,
Okay.
and then working up to the solid food, and they'll have that until they're about 5 years old.
Okay.
Okay, so when we'll get her in here too, and we'll get her situated and to get her own benefits, so that your grandchild will be perfectly fine as well as your
Okay.
daughter. Okay.
Okay.
So I just want to recap with you. So we are working on an application for TANF so that we can get job readiness program
Okay.
together, and then to get you back on the track to getting your education.
Okay.
And we also want to apply for Section 8. So you
Okay.
remember I said you can apply to more than one place in here in Petersburg
Yeah.
and Richmond as well. Because it can be a little bit of a lengthy time. So we also want to get you applied for a phone, because once
Okay.
you start doing your job applications, I just know I see it in you. You have a
Okay.
bright future that they're going to be calling you in
Oh,
for
yes,
interviews.
ma'am.
Okay. So after that, I'll get you in contact with the Salvation Army today
Okay.
before you leave, and maybe we can have something set up by the end of the week to get you guys
Okay.
some furniture. Okay.
Okay.
And then you and Buddy can talk about the family counseling and what I
Okay.
talked about with you today. We can do the group, and then we can go off individually.
I'll definitely talk to
Just
him about that.
so that you guys can relieve some stress
Right.
from not just having it upon each other. Okay.
Right.
And we'll also get your daughter taken care of as well. Okay.
Okay.
So I think we have a great list of goals here that we want to accomplish, and I believe in you and your family that you guys can do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the next time we'll meet is in about 2 weeks on
Okay.
November 21st at 4 o'clock. Is that okay?
4 o'clock. Do you have anything earlier?
Check my book. Yep. It's 11:30 in the morning. Okay.
I can do that.
Okay. And would you need us to provide you with transportation?
I would. I got to get home to get the kids off the school bus.
Okay. Okay. So we'll make sure that that happens, and we won't be here no later than 1. So that should be more than enough time to get you back to get the kids off the bus. Okay.
Okay.
Is that all? You have any questions for me today?
No, ma'am.
All right, Miss Berdina, that was a great time to meet
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Bye-bye
great
now.
day.